सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. करे नाटक, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Bhagwan Shankaracharya is labeled by the other people as Mayavadi. Mayavadi means they bring an element of Maya. And what is the Maya? Maya is a magical power. So, what exactly this Maya is, we have to clearly understand. Chinmatraha Paramatma Yapashat Atmanam Atmataya Abhavat Soham Nama Tasmad Asid Vidomulam. If we have seen this thing, the same reality became conscious of itself, Atma, and therefore started as if they are two. Isn't it in our dream? We only raise a question and we only give the answer. So, this Paramatma, he became very much conscious of himself, and that conscious Paramatma is called as the Ahankar. And then this is further, it is said in Yajnavalkya Smriti in the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad that this Paramatma appears to have become two. The word is appears. Appears to have become two. And then he became the husband and the wife, and then the wife wanted to expand the house, and therefore this man is incomplete without the wife. Fire is incomplete without the burning power. Sugar is incomplete without the sweetness. Man is incomplete without foolishness. So, चिरमानंद अनुभवा सुषुप्तिरिव काप्य अवस्थाभूत परमात्मनस्तु तस्मात् स्वप्नवत उत्थिता माया. After having experienced for a long period of time the bliss that Paramatma became like Sushupti Avastha, absolutely dull, without doing anything, lost in the bliss. See? And then, like, what is the reason we get out of the sleep? No reason. Nicely sleeping, no problem, nobody, and yet we get up. This is called as Maya. So Maya is what? That which is beyond cause and effect. This rule if you take, you'll see, most of the problems of your life will be sorted out. Maya is the experience which is beyond cause and effect. Why the fire is hot? Why the earth is moving in a clockwise? But is it moving clockwise or anti-clockwise? Depends on where you are standing. See? Therefore, this Maya is the cause which is beyond cause. Now, Sat Asad Vilakshano Asau Paramatma Sadashraya Anadi Sacha Triguna Gunatraya Rupa Sute Sacharacharam. And because of this Maya, which is Trigunatmika, creates the world. Up to here we have seen yesterday. Now, Mayata Drishya Drishyam Karyam Katham Janayet. A question is raised. See? If Maya is avyakta, unmanifest, then how can this unmanifest Maya? Now see what is unmanifest Maya? Fire is hot is possible only when fire becomes manifest. Like the Teja Tanmatra supports the forms. Like we have seen this space, Tanmatra is Shabda, air, Sparsha, Agni is Rupa or the form. So every form is supported by the element Tanmatra, fire. So this Maya, which is Adrishya, how can it support or create this world which is seen? Patotra Drishya Katham Bhavati. Now the answer is given. Have you seen those small fibers? But how can the small unseen fibers are making the cloth in the same manner? From the unseen, unknown Maya, the world is created. Now here, the example is given. See? Swapne suratanubhava शुक्रद्रावो यथा शुभे वसने अनृतम रतम प्रबोधे वसनो अपहति भवेत् सत्या स्वप्ने पुरुषः सत्यो योषित सत्या योषित असत्या तयोर्युतिश्च मृषा शुक्रद्रावः सत्यस्तत् प्रकृतेऽपि संभवति. This is the example given. In the dream, a man is enjoying the physical enjoyment with a girl or a woman, but in the dream. So that girl or the woman is a dream girl, not the real one. And yet he gets the effect in the waking. That's what it is said here. Prabodhe vasanaha apahati bhavet. But his clothes are dirtied. And therefore, how can you explain this? Swapne purusho satyaha. The Swapna Purush who experienced this thing was real. Therefore, how can this girl or a woman, how it was Satya? She was not. It was just only Mrisha, not real. And yet, reality, the Shukradrava happens. Therefore, in the same manner, out of Paramatma, because of this Maya, this one world comes into existence. Evam adrushya maya tatkaryam jagadidam drishyam. And therefore the Maya is adrushya. Adrushya means cannot be established. This all can be done only if you analyze your experiences. Start from deep sleep. So we have to ask the question and answer. In deep sleep, where we are, when we are, what we are. Nothing. Can something be born out of nothing? But the whole world comes into existence. So first, the space. Now what is space? Space is also nothingness. You cannot comprehend the space by any way. So, evam drusha maya tatkaryam jagadidam drishyam bhavati. Therefore, maya tavar iyam swadhya swavinashe narshada bhavati. So, this maya can give us happiness only when it is destroyed. So, what is that maya which is playing havoc with us? We go on seeing the things and don't stop there. Perception is followed by projection. So when we perceive something, thereafter, if you stop there, Maya is not operating. But after the perception happens, then our mind starts playing that it is useful, it is not useful, it is good, it is bad, it is required, no, it should be destroyed. So the perception followed by projection creates the whole world. And once we recognize that this perception is okay, projection is the karya of Maya. See, friends. And what is this? The same lady liked by one person, doesn't like by other person. What is the logic? Person is the same, perception is the same. Therefore, this projection aspect is the Maya. So, Maya tavadiyam swadhya swavinashena harshada bhavati. But when this Maya is destroyed, meaning when wrong notions are given up, the bliss happens. Remember this Maya or Ajnana, all these things can be understood by one word, notions. We are all leading notional life. We are notions. That I am man, I am woman, I am young, I am old, I am Indian, I am not Indian. And where do these notions go? Nowhere, because they are nowhere. But then these notions become real when we practice it again and again. Therefore, the spiritual life is undoing all what we have been doing and unbecoming all what we have become. So, unbecoming is destruction of the Maya, and then only the happiness happens. Rajani vati durantana lakshate swabhavosya sauda maniva nashyati munivihi samprekshanamaiva. The darkness, night, see, it is very difficult. We can't see anything in the darkness. So, darkness is not something real. What is darkness? Absence of light. Like you are walking, backside is your sun. Sun means not your sun, the sun. And there will be a shadow. Now you try to hold that shadow. You cannot. Why? Because it is not. It appears. This is what Rajanivati Duranta Nalakshate Svabhavasya. So it is very difficult even to comprehend and know like the darkness, and therefore we do not know how to define this darkness, how to define this shadow that is there. Therefore, what the wise people did, Sauda Mani Iva Nashyati Munibihi. Those who contemplative Mahatmas are there, Sauda Mani Iva, like the lightning, it comes and disappears. This example is in our Kenopanishad. This is called as the Adhyatma Sadhana. And there it is said, this knowledge happens to us like the lightning of the light in the sky. This is what we told you the other day. This is called the Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Nirvikalpa Samadhi is effortless experience where the sense of otherness, although appears, does not influence. Like eyes see the colors and forms. Colors and forms are other than the eyes. They are many, vision is one. So, when we are moving in this world, coming in contact with the worldly things and beings, but we are not getting influenced by their presence or absence, that experience is Nirvikalpa Samadhi. And in this Nirvikalpa Samadhi, there cannot be anybody left because there is nothing else other than him. Vikalpa is not there. Vikalpa means option. I, the knower, the things are known. No Vikalpa. So knowing is happening, but a knower is not born. See? This is what I said here. Saudamini iva nashyati munivihi. When you contemplate, understand all this so-called objective world, and the Maya disappears. Therefore, we told you the problems of wrong notions can be corrected by right understanding. Normally, what happens in most of the religious practices, one notion is replaced by other notion. Notion replacement should be stopped. The notion itself is the problem. Therefore, there is no liberation for I. There is liberation from I. And to get this liberation from I, if the husband wants to get liberation from the wife, he doesn't have to divorce. Then don't take her seriously. That's it. What sadhana you have to do better than this? But then this husband thinks husband is a real, therefore wife is a real. He should simply remember this much, that this is all the game that is going on. Play your role and thereafter delete everything. So, Maya Brahmopagata Avidya Jivashraya Prokta Chid Achid Granthishchit Tat Kshayam Neyam Amokshat. Maya Brahma Upagata. Maya is referred with reference to the Brahman. And Avidya Jivashraya Prokta. So the same reality is called Maya with reference to the Paramatma, the Brahman. And the same Maya is called as the Avidya with reference to the Jiva. And it is only Kalpanik, not real. Like the space. They say, we are not having good relations with Pakistan, therefore no Pakistani plane should fly over Indian space. They say, okay, no Indian plane should fly over the Pakistani space. Now Pakistan is on the earth and the earth is moving. So is the space also moving? See? Which is your space? Yesterday it was there, today it is here. See, friends, these are so simple things if you just reflect on this. In the same Maya way, the Maya is which is supporting the totality, and Avidya is which is lost in the individuality. See? Like for example, seeing by the eyes the colors and forms is the karya of Maya. It is common for all. Whether human being he sees, a donkey he sees, same function. That is the karya effect of Maya. Now, what is the avidya? Avidya, what I say, that alone is right. This is blue color. It is not blue. It is green. No, it is blue. See? So, avidya is incomplete knowledge, and Maya is the complete one. So, jiva shraya prokta, then chit achit granthis chetaha chetaha tat kshayam neyam amokshat. Therefore, when this granthi is the knot, this knot between jada and the chetan, when this knot is undone, then only liberation happens. What is the knot? The chetana is identified with the jada and then something is born. Like I say, I am a man. Body doesn't say, mind doesn't say, be very attentive. As much body is inert, that much mind is inert. Then in that mind, the consciousness reflects. Then there is a reflected consciousness. So see how many things? Objects included in the mind, creating a thought, vritti. So object included in the mind creates a vritti or a thought. In that thought, the consciousness gets reflected as chidabhasa, This chidabhasa enlivens the mind. Okay. So to understand this, take your daily example. What is your daily example? You sit in the car, ignite. What is happening? Horsepower is created. Switch off. Where the horse and the power has gone. Again do it. Again horsepower created. So the car doesn't move because of the engine or because of the petrol. Car moves because of the horsepower. Petrol is Paramatma and car is Prakriti. And horsepower is, this is what is mentioned. So where is the horsepower? Neither horse nor power. अभी अभी यहाँ थी यार, अभी उसमें कहाँ गई? This is clear. Ours is a donkey power. Paramatma reflected in the thought, in the mind, that reflected Paramatma is a donkey power. Therefore, who is miserable? Brother, father, mother, husband, wife, children. So when you switch off, when? In deep sleep. So in deep sleep, Mata amata bhavati, Pita apita bhavati. In the deep sleep, where is the husband, wife, brother, father, mother? Nobody. Where they have gone? And who were fighting? Two horsepowers. Garbage truck. My horsepower is more than धक्का लगाओ क्या? Recognize these friends. Once you get it, sky is the limit to your joy. You will never be miserable in life. And if you are not miserable, you will not make others miserable. All those who make others miserable, they themselves are fed up of themselves. And therefore, they start blaming others for every small little thing. Because they are fed up of themselves. Therefore, Kshayam Neyam Amokshat. Therefore, till such time, this Jada Chetana Granthi, consciousness reflected in the thought, is the Chidabhasa. The Chidabhasa has no independent existence. Can there be a husband without a wife? Can there be wife without a husband? No. And when they divorce or one of them dies, where the husband or the wife has gone? Suppose the wife dies. Then we do the shraddha etc. of the wife. Then do the shraddha of the husband also. Ka? वो भी नहीं है यार, वो भी गया. Learn this. These relatively dependent variables do not exist, although they appear. Our condition is like two reflections fighting with each other. What can you do? तमाशा देखो. घट मठ कुड्यैहि आवृतम आकाशम तत्तद वहाँ वयम भवति तद्वत् अविद्या आवृतम इह चैतन्यम जीव इत्युक्तः. Like the space conditioned by the pot or the house etc. is called as the pot's place, space, or hall space etc. In the same manner, the Paramatma expressing as a reflection in the ignorance or the intellect is called as the Jiva or the Chetana. Here, please understand. Jiva becomes individuality for us. It is this mistake we have to correct. Jiva is not Vyakti, not individuality. Jiva is Abhivyakti, manifestation. See, friends? Then how to live in this world? With this understanding. Suppose you are a husband and you are miserable. So instead of finding faults of the wife and all that, find out yourself. Are yaar, husband, is it a common noun or a proper noun? Then you will come to know it is a common noun. Common means common for everybody. So every husband is miserable. You are also miserable. Wow, very good. I am normal. See how simple it is. But we take our relations so real and therefore we suffer. Therefore, jiva no and therefore jiva na. So life is referred as jiva with reference to individual body. In all beings is only the life. Hunger, thirst, confusion, anger, frustration, common to everybody. Therefore, Vedanta teaches us freedom from I, not freedom for I. In all other paths, they talk about freedom for I. It cannot be because it doesn't exist. Can we save the drowning reflection of ours in the waters by fishing it out? You cannot. Doesn't exist. How can you do that? See, friends. Therefore, if somebody has sincerely received this knowledge, he will never have any wrong relations and frustration because of relational coexistence. Husband, wife, in-laws, outlaws, etc. If one has received it in the right spirit. Otherwise, small little things. And another beautiful thing. We are never miserable for something great. We are miserable for useless things. See? I didn't get a cup of tea in the morning. Are daridari. If you have to be miserable for something great. Like Bhagavan Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. He was also getting miserable. Today also I did not have, mother did not talk to me. And for us, today also when I got up in the morning, he didn't say happy birthday to me. Nobody remembers my birthday because you are unborn. How important it is. So, this life is common, there is no problem. When the life is recognized as limited to a particular body, the problems come. Nanu kasam avaranam syad ajnanam brahmano vishuddhasya suryasya iva tamisram ratri bhavan swaprakashasya. Now here a doubt is raised. See? How this impure ignorance can cover the pure Brahman? See? Can the darkness of the night, see, Suryasyam iva tamisram ratri bhavam, like the darkness of the night, can it cover the brightness of the sun? Therefore, how this ignorance, ajnanam of the Brahman can cover the Brahman? Tell us, is the question. Now the teacher replies, Dinakara kiranotpannaihi मेघैः आच्छाद्यते यथा सूर्यः न खलु दिनस्य दिनत्वं तैः विकृतं सान्द्रं संघातैः. Example is given that the sun rays are themselves responsible for creating the clouds. Okay. So because of those clouds which are created by the sun rays, will that obstruct the whole day, the day is still there. The clouds may be appearing to be covering the sun, but in fact, the sun cannot be covered by the cloud. But what happens? Our vision is covered by the cloud, and we superimpose that on the sun, and we say the clouds are covering the sun, but we forget to understand even the clouds are illuminated in the light of the sun. Experiences we go through, but we are not able to recognize how simple it is, friends. Sit quiet in your room, switch off everything, keep your eyes open, because eyes cannot see the darkness, but eyes, when they are open, they have to see. So seeing is happening, but there is nothing to see, therefore no seer is born. So what is the experience? Seeing without seer. Now exactly the same way, when we look at the mirror, what is our experience? And when a child looks at the mirror, what is his experience? So for us, although इसको वहां रख दे, so we are seeing our reflection, but we are not influenced by that, then we are in meditation or nirvikalpa samadhi. Because what is our knowledge? It is an appearance, not the reality. But for the child, it is the reality. Then he starts playing, fighting, doing something. Wise men also live in this world. Like the grown-up person looks into the mirror, sees the reflection, but doesn't take it seriously because it is not there. But we take this relative world so seriously and become victim of that, like the child. Therefore, dinakar karune utpanne megha achadate yatha surya. Therefore, we should understand. Mithya means what? There are three things: existence, non-existence, and third is mithya. Mithya is appearance. Appearance means what? It appears but doesn't exist. See? Like when we come out of the sleep, what is our appearance? We do not want to show it to the public. So first we run to the bathroom and make ourselves presentable. Therefore, the clouds may be as if covering the sun, but actually everything, the whole day continues in the light of the same sun and the clouds. Ajnanena tatha atma shuddha api chadate suchiram. Therefore, by the ignorance, this self appears to have been controlled or covered all the time, yet it is still there in the form of the Chetana. So these two words you should understand. Life with reference to individuality is called a jiva or the soul. Life without reference to the individuality is called as jivana, life. So when we go for our operation to the doctor, do we ask, Mr. So-and-so will do your operation? Excuse me, is he okay? He is the best doctor in the world, you know. No, not that. Then is he having Bharadwaj Gotra? Do we search for his Gotra? Doctor is not an individuality. Therefore, अज्ञानेन तथा आत्मा शुद्धः अपि छादते सुचिरम न परंतु लोक सिद्धा प्राणिषु तच्चेतना शक्ति. Therefore, when you are thinking in terms of the individuality, your thinking will be totally corrupted. But when you start thinking from the totality point of view, your thinking will be relieved from the corruption of wrong thinking. For us, what happens? That somebody loves me. But if you look at the Mahatma, this example I have quoted sometime, there used to be Swami Akhandanji Maharaj in Vrindavan. And once I was there, sitting outside, after darshan, I was sitting outside. And Maharaji was inside. And these ladies will go there one by one. And then he was normally given this, what you call that, lavang and ilaichi. He was given normally ilaichi by the people. So he will take that ilaichi and talk to them, kaisi ho beta, theek chal raha, like that. And then take that ilaichi and play with it. Oh, very nice you brought for me, thank you, and keep it. When that lady comes out, once I was sitting there, she says, Swamiji, do you know what? Maharajji loves me the most. Because when I gave something, he was so happy, and seeing that, he loves me the most. Second lady, the same thing. Third lady, the same thing. You ask him, Name Dvesho Sena Priya. What is the reason? The great masters don't look at us as an individual. They look at us as expression of the divinity. How important it is. Therefore, one of the most important spiritual practice, don't be possessive of Mahatmas. You must belong to them. When you become possessive, you are carrying the burden and the load of the Babaji. But when you belong, Babaji carries your load. See? It's so important. That is one of the reasons I do not allow too many people to hang around me for a long time. Otherwise, you are buried. After this is over, now we enter another topic called what is the jiva or linga deha or the subtle body or the subtle body. Sthula sharirasya antar linga shariram cha tasya antaha karanam asya api antataha mahakaranam turyam. Now our personality is analyzed. Sthula sharirasya antar. Inside the gross body is linga shariram, is the subtle body. Na tasya antaha, and inside the linga sharira, subtle body, is the karana sharira, the causal body, and asyapi antataha, and even inside the causal body is the mahakaranam turyam. So these are the four bodies. Gross body, subtle body, causal body, and the turiya. Four of them. The Mahakaran is what? This we have to understand. This normally doesn't come in the usual Vedantic text. And therefore they talk about Antakaran Chatushte, but it is Antakaran Panchakam, not Chatushte. Manabuddhi Chitta Ahankar at the individual level. At the totality level, Manabuddhi Chitta Ahankar and the Hiranyagarbha. Hiranyagarbha is at the causal level. Manabuddhi Chitta Ahankar is at the individual level. So here this is mentioned. So inside the gross body is the subtle, and behind that is the causal, and Mahakaranam Turyam is the Hiranyagarbha. So it is also called as Turya Atma Hiranyagarbha. Now Sthulam Nirupatam Now we already explained you what is the gross body. Prag aduna sukshmadito brumaha. Now we shall tell you what is the subtle body. Angushtamatra purushaha shrutri iti yad praha tat sukshmam. And in Kathopanishad this mantra comes. Angushtamatra purushaha madhye atmani tishtati ishano bhuta bhavyasya na tato vijugupsate. Wow, how beautiful this mantra is. Angushtamatra purushaha. Angushta. Where is? He is in the heart. Madhya Atmani Tishtati. What is the size of our Atma? Thumb. How? You put your thumb inside and close your fist. This is the size of your heart. If you don't trust, check. See? And when this fellow goes out, see? So, Angushtamatra Purusha Shruti iti yat praha tasukshmam. So, this is the Atma, the Jiva is reflected here. Now, this is another important thing we have to understand. This point also I have brought on many times. One is we can think and ask, where is earth, water, fire, air? We cannot ask this question. Where is space? Because the answer will be where the space is not. Everything is in the space. In the same manner, where is Atma? Where is Brahman? This is the wrong question. Answer will be where the Brahman is not. This is one of the most important spiritual practice. It is called a viparyaya. We think the body, inside the body is the prana, inside the prana is the mind, inside the mind is this Vijnanamaya kosha, inside that is the Anandamaya kosha, and inside that is the Atma. So we go to पहुंच गया निकल गया. No, the other way around. See? Prana is containing the body. Because what is pranamaya kosha? Pranamaya kosha is not only the air inside. Outside air is also included. If inside outside air connection is cut, you can't survive. So, pranamaya kosha is not inside only, it's outside also. And therefore, the body is in the pranamaya kosha. Same with the mind. The object is included in the mind. Technically, it is called as vritti vyapti. And the knowledge of the object takes place inside, called phala vyapti, the knower. Therefore, the same mind, objectively outside, subjectively inside. And therefore, the body and the prana, they are in the mind. If we digest this, we will not get lost. Then I was sitting for meditation, something garam was going up. Swamiji, what is that? Gas. Or else, I saw the light. Or there was a great fragrance. Where from it was coming? No, before coming, I just had a spray. Okay. Don't get lost in all that. It's so important. Any experience which is created remains for some time and disappears after some time. That is the trick of the mind. This is not the truth. The truth is, never it has ever come, nor ever it has gone. Therefore, like everything comes and goes in the space, space doesn't come and go anywhere. Exactly the same way, the divine that we are doesn't come and go. All coming and going is happening in me. Like the colors and forms come and go, nothing happens to the vision. Coming and going of the colors and forms is happening in the vision, but nothing happens to the vision. The waking, dream, deep sleep and samadhi comes and goes, but nothing happens to me, the Chidakash. The good and bad thoughts come and go, but nothing happens to me, the Chittakash. And therefore, be very attentive. Therefore, as space doesn't have biasness towards any color, any form, any object, because they are in me, I am not in them. So, what is the experience of the space? That all shapes are in me, but I am not in any shape. When the shapes are created, nothing is added to the space. When the shapes are destroyed, nothing is lost. But the shapes are born and die. Space is neither born nor dies. Is it not our experience? Maya tatamidam sarvam jagadavyaktamurtina masthani sarvabhutani nachaham teshvavastitaha nachamastani bhutani pashyame yogameshwaram bhutabhrunnacha bhutastaha mamatma bhutabhavanaha. In the 9th chapter, Bhagavan says, I, the Avyakta Murti, I, the formless, support all the forms. Therefore, all forms are in me, but I am not in them. Meaning what? I do not share the biography of the forms. Forms are created, modified, die. The space says, neither I am born nor I grow or die. I am the same. Therefore, the forms are in me, but I am not in the forms. And if you ask me from my standpoint, neither they are in me nor I am in them. Therefore, the real spiritual practice is change your standpoint in life. Suppose you are fighting with your wife. Swamiji, why suppose? Okay. And what is the issue? All houses the same issue. My parents, his parents. My sister, his sisters. Same jagda. So you change the standpoint. If you are a husband, then you start thinking from the wife's standpoint. So whatever she is telling, right? She will naturally like her parents more than my parents. It is right. So there is nothing to fight with. The same way the wife should think. Should she think? Does she think? See, my friends, life becomes a great fun if you live this knowledge 24/7. Therefore, Thulam nirupitam prag aduna sukshmadito brumahan angushtamatra purusha shrutiriti yat prahata sukshmam. Now, this angushtamatra purusha is the sukshmam. It is the subtler than the subtlest. Now, how it is? Sukshmani mahabhutani asavaha panchendriyani panchaiva shodasham antakaranam tatsanghato hi lingatanuhu. Now, what is the subtle body or the linga deha? Sukshmani mahabhutani, the 5 tanmatras of the 5 great elements. Asavaha, the Pancha Pranas, Panchendriyani, the five jnana organs of knowledge, and the further is Panchaiva Shodasham Antakaranam, and the 16th is the Antakarana. All of them put together becomes Tatsanghato Hi Lingatanuhu. So, the five great elements, five Jnanendriyas, five Karmendriyas, here they are making 16. There are different ways of explaining. They will say 16 as it is said here. They will say 19 as it is said in some other place. They will say 21, the same thing. There is no difference, depending upon what are the things included in the definition of the subtle body. So, the five great elements, the five pranas, the five jnanendriyas, and the 16th is the antakarana. And therefore, this put together is called as the subtle body. Now, here also the important thing we have to understand. When anything is made by the assembly of parts, that is not meant for any part. When you try to understand abstract way, you will not understand. Make it simple. Car is assembly of different parts. All parts are manufactured. Then on the, what you call that, conveyor belt, the chassis comes, then things are added, and then the car rolls out. So, the car is meant for the chassis. Is it meant for the wheels? Is it meant for the wiper? No. It is meant for someone who is other than all the parts of the car. Our gross body is made of parts. Hands are not meant for the hands. They are meant for someone else. Eyes are not meant for the eyes. They are meant for someone else. See, friends? Therefore, this study should bring to our knowledge that these things are the subtle and the gross body, an assembly of things. Therefore, they are meant for someone else. That someone else is called as Jiva. And then when we inquire with the Jiva, then we come to know Jiva is only like the wife in the woman. It doesn't exist. But it is required to live in a social structure, we require that. That's it. The whole life will change, friends. So, after this subtle body is told, now we go to the causal body. Tat karanam srutam yattat antarvasana jalam tasya pravrittihi hetuhu buddhyashrayam atra turyasyat. Now tat karanam srutam. Now what is the karan deha or the causal body? Yad vasana jalam. Now be attentive to understand this. We have, for example, some CD, rewritable CD. You know, there are rewritable CDs. Like earlier the cassettes used to be. So this rewritable CD, suppose you have, like it happened somewhere, they were supposed to play Jana Gana Mana. So all the people are standing there, you know. Now start. And it started. Atikya Khandala. What will you do? Because in that particular cassette or the CD, that was the Vasana Jalam. Whatever is there, that only will come out, is it not? Therefore, Karan Deha is what? Whatever is inside us, that alone comes outside. How simple it is, friends. It's not difficult. Therefore, what is the spiritual practice? Is remove this vasana jalam. Erase. How do we erase? First of all, understand that I like something or I don't like something. This liking and disliking, has it got any logic, any reason? But our whole life is lived under the influence of the likes and dislikes. So Vasana Jalam is nothing but personal likes and dislikes. This is sadhana. How to do that? Living at zero complaint level. No complaint. What is the complaint? I like it, I don't like this. There is a complaint. Therefore, give yourself minimum choice. Accept the world, things and beings as they are. But while accepting the world, we have to be consciously aware that we do not allow any impressions to be formed in the form of likes and dislikes, friends and enemies. With reference to the objects, it is the likes and dislikes. With reference to the people, it is friends and enemies. Shatrau, mitre, putre, bandhau, ma kuru yatnam vigraha sandhau. How important and simple it is. Tat karanam srutam yasya antar vasana jalam. So what is the causal body? You know what happens? Gross body we can understand because body it has got a shape, etc. Now these subtle bodies inside the gross body, this also we are able to imagine and understand. Yes, if this is the shape of the body, inside there is subtle body, naturally it will have the same shape. But when it comes to causal body or avidya or ignorance or wrong notions, what is the shape of the avidya or causal body? How can we understand the causal body? It's casual, yeah, it's not causal. Then it is okay. Casual body. Therefore, tat karanam srutam yasya antar vasana jalam. No, tasya pravrutti hetuhu buddhyashrayam atra turyam syat. Now, all the impressions which are there on the mind, those impressions, when they are enlivened in the light of consciousness, then that reflected light is enlivening and the jiva is born, and the one whose light is that is the turiya, the truth. And therefore, in deep sleep, although all impressions are there, but they are not activated. Like when we go to sleep, I am a wife, so I go to sleep. When I wake up next day, do I say, Bhaiya, aap kya kar rahe ho? Because that impression that he is my husband is still there. See, friends. So our life continues based on these impressions, and that is the causal body. But the question is, where are those impressions? So that which is impressionless entity is called as turiya, the fourth one. And that turiya, with reference to individual, is Atma, with reference to totality, is Brahman. This is my 2 BHK. space with reference to this particular house. But the total house, the total space includes everything, rejects nothing. So tat karanam srutam yasya antar vasana jalam tasya pravritti hetuhu buddhya ashrayam atra turyam syat. Therefore, the one which is supporting all the impressions, etc., at the totality level, it is the Mahakarana in this particular text, Mahakarana or the Hiranyagarbha or Sutratma, or in the language of the devotion, it is Brahmaji. See? When we dream, so many things are there, people, good, bad, loss, gain, everything is there. When we are out of the dream, do we worry about those people where they must have gone? It is just a dream. This is clear. We are all in the dream of Brahmaji. Meaning, when he wakes up, hey, Swarga, Naraga, Bakwas hai. See? Because Antakaran Chatushtay, Manabuddhi Chitta Ahankar, Brahmaji, four heads, Manabuddhi Chitta Ahankar. So if our mind can create such a lovely, wonderful world in the dream, will he not be able to? He also does the same thing. The same formula, no difference. So when we are out of our sleep, then it is called a mini pralaya over. And when it is with reference to totality, the Mahapralaya. So when we go to sleep, mini pralaya. And when we wake up, again the creation. Therefore, Upanishad says, Yatha Purvam Akalpayat. As we sleep, we wake up the same body, not something different. In the same manner, this is again and again happening. And when you are clear about it, then your attitude, your life, everything will change. And what will be that? Life is a time pass. Na kuch pana, na kuch khona. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.